watching Capital Connection from the Illinois State Capitol.
Welcome back. We're joined now by another House freshman Republican, this time Dan Caulkins from Decatur. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
For perhaps a bit of a different perspective on the legislative session than our last guest. Yes, a House Republican, Mike Murphy was.
Okay.
But your voting records ended up taking two very different paths.
On a few issues, not in all issues.
On almost every big budget or economic issue.
Okay. But not on the progressive tax, not on the $15 an hour, not on recreational marijuana. You know, the caucus is not divided. I mean, there are issues, and we're encouraged to vote our conscience, to vote our districts. And so some people voted for things that others didn't.
So vote our districts is interesting. How would you describe right now in 2019 the condition of the roads and highways in your district?
They're the same as they are throughout central Illinois. We're no different.
But, okay, what is the condition then in the state of the roads, the bridges, the transit?
It depends on where you live. There are places...
You said two different things.
No, you asked about my district, and then you asked about the state, other places in Illinois. And there are places in Illinois where the roads are in fairly decent shape. You can take the bypass around Bloomington, the roads around Bloomington. Now you go north on Interstate 39 out of Bloomington, and there are some issues. I-55, once you get out of McLean County, there's some issues. But there are places, Champaign, the roads around Champaign, the highways, the interstates. Now there are in the townships highways and bridges that need desperate attention, but
one of your House Republican colleagues stood up on the floor in the final moments of debate and said that Illinois is on the verge, if the roads and their conditions continue to deteriorate, Illinois is on the verge of getting the valves shut off of federal funding because we'd be so far out of compliance with how safe the roads are supposed to be that it was really that bad. And wasn't there some discussion, or weren't you considering at some point staging some sort of a protest about the safety of the roads in your district?
We were. To your point, I heard that said on the House floor. I have not seen anything to that effect. I don't know.
Why didn't you go through with that demonstration?
Pardon?
You were considering this demonstration.
Because,
you didn't do it. Why not? Because
the state came along, and this is between the rest stop on the interstate and the Cisco exit. And they've gone out and they've done a lot of patching work, and they've filled it in temporarily, I hope. But at least it's passable. So the IDOT was, they must have heard me. I want to take credit.
You were pretty upset about that.
Yeah, no, and they 3 weeks ago, they came out and they sawed out some bad spots and they filled them in with asphalt patches. And I presume that today actually is a huge day in IDOT. They're letting bids out for road contracts.
You end up not voting for it. How'd you get there?
There was no specific plan how to spend that money, first of all.
Do you not trust the Department of Transportation to allocate those funds?
I don't trust this government, no.
How do you then go about putting safeguards in place to make sure that those monies are spent the right way? There is a lockbox, after all.
But the lockbox, but then how do you allocate the money that's in the lockbox? This is the issue that was never addressed, Mark. You know, they've asked for $40 billion with no specific plan. If they'd have come out and said, we're going to do the 5-year plan. IDOT has a 5-year plan. If the governor and the administration had said, look, here's the 5-year plan. This is what we need. This is how we're going to pay for it. Let's talk about it. Would have been a different discussion.
Are you saying that if you had more time to consider all of what was in that $45 billion capital plan, you might have voted for it?
Not at 19 cents a gallon, not raising the license fees, not raising the fees that are on the middle class.
So then where does that extra money come from?
Well, the extra money is how do we spend what we have first. Show me what the projects are. Show me where the income is. I asked for 3 weeks for a meeting with IDOT to come in and talk about what their priorities are, where they intended to spend the money. They didn't see fit to come and talk with me.
How did Leader Durkin do in this session? Grade him on leading the party and on getting things done. How did Leader Durkin do?
I think he did fairly well, honestly. There were a lot of issues that we stood together with, as I mentioned earlier.
But you signed an op-ed that directly criticized some of his decisions.
That criticized the spending money that directly affects the middle class. You know, the Republican Party should be for spending reforms before we're for taxes. You know, we are the party of fiscal responsibility. We should be the other side of what the Democrats are. The Democrats have taxed, the 21 new taxes have passed this year, or counting the progressive income tax amendment. The Democrats, and if that goes through, we're looking at what is it, $85 billion in new taxes, and primarily going to hit the middle class. You know, we need to be, I guess, the other side of
billion.
That's with the progressive tax, if that goes into effect, plus the highway tax, plus the all these other taxes.
So it sounds like you just added the budget, which was $40 billion, to the capital bill, which was $45. Right. The budget is not new taxes. That's
no, but there are
money that we're already
billions and billions of dollars in that new tax, and the progressive income tax will be another $3 to $4 billion a year. I mean, you start adding.
It hasn't happened yet. The people get to vote on it.
But I'm saying, but that passed though. The Democrats passed that amendment in the House and the Senate, and the governor signed it. So they obviously are proponents of it, and they expect that revenue. You know, we have to stand up for the middle class. Someone has to stand up for the middle class.
So it sounds like you sympathize with the plight of taxpayers. You want to put more money in their pockets in the middle class so they have money to spend.
Yes.
Then where in state government do you cut the fat? Where are places where you say we're spending too much here?
We have people that are on public aid that don't deserve it. I think we have people that come to this state for services that aren't residents, come in from other states to use our facilities.
Representative Caulkins, thank you for your insight, and also a 22-year veteran of our military, armed services, and the Army. Thank you for your service there.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
And thank you for joining us on Capitol Connection. We're back in just a moment with our Reporters Roundtable. We'll see you then.